somebody said, can you break down what you do and how you were trained when you got hired? So when I first got hired onto my first tech company in tech sales as a business development representative or sales development representative, yeah, like you're basically training. The focus is on training for the first like 3 months. That's like the ramp up period. And what that means is basically you're learning everything without the pressure of hitting the quota that you're going to have to start hitting. Like they lower it for you so that as you're learning and gaining more knowledge about the product and the company, and your skills are growing and your knowledge is growing, it's like it's actually, reachable. Your quota is actually reachable if they lower it for you. So that's that. And then, so what you're doing in the meantime is you're learning everything. You're learning the softwares, the different softwares that the company is using, from the different CRMs like Salesforce, HubSpot, Pipedrive, which is where you house all of the other businesses that you're trying to sell to, that you plan to reach out to. You're learning about the other softwares like sales engagement softwares, which are the softwares that you use to actually do your outreach via email, cold calls. That's where you create your sequences and stuff like that, and there's a lot of automation. You learn how to do all of that so you can have emails going out, how to create sequences. You're being trained on that, how to create just sequences where it's like basically the pattern in which you do your outreach. Like, am I going to make a call the first day, then an email the second day, and then a follow-up email the third day, and then a LinkedIn connection on the fourth day, and then wait a day, and then it's like that's called a sequence. So you're learning how to create sequences, what are the best strategies, stuff like that. You're learning how to use different sales data softwares that kind of assist you with your research to get important information like contact numbers and what else, just emails, and so that it just helps you on how to reach out. So you're learning all these different things, and again, you're learning how to do cold calls and how to create sequences and stuff like that. So you'll be doing like little role plays with your manager and other team members, other people on the sales team, other SDRs or BDRs. So you'll do little role plays to see like, how do I do a cold call? It's like, hi, this is Juuna'e calling from XYZ. Like, how are you? Or the reason why I'm calling is because it's like, how do you do that? So you guys, you're working on that. Then you start doing some hands-on stuff where you're putting everything that you're learning into practice. And so that's always nerve-wracking. You're also doing a lot of meet and greets with different people in the company so that you can get more familiar with even like the higher-ups and stuff like that. You're also learning like the history of the company and different things like that, doing a lot of product trainings so that you can become more familiar with the product. And so yeah, you're doing all of that for like about 3 months, like while also slowly doing the actual job. And so what the actual job is, and I kind of explained it in the midst of all of this, but basically it is research, outreach, and discovery. You are researching other businesses to reach out to that you want to attempt to sell your product to. And then you are doing actual outreach via emails or cold calls. And then also you are doing discovery, which means when a company is interested in your product and they think it'll be, a good fit, and it helps the pain points that they have, and they think it could be a possible solution. You meet with them on Zoom and you discover if this would be a good fit for them, and if it's a good fit for you guys as well. It's like, do they have budget? Is this the right timing? Like, do they really have a need? Like, let me ask more questions. Like, that's when you're really trying to figure that out. And then once you do that, you are booking, if they're still interested at that point, then you are booking them with your account executive, and your account executive, that's when your hands are done. That's when you're done and your hands are off of it for the most part. And your account executive is then doing the demo, where they're sharing their screen, they're demonstrating the product, and then they take it from there. They deal with like, the writing the proposal and dealing with negotiating the contracts and all that kind of stuff, and ultimately closing the deal. So you don't do any of that. But if a deal does close that you source, you do get some commission off that. But yeah, that is basically the job. That is kind of the day-to-day for the most part. And I feel like I say kinda because I more so explain the work part of the day-to-day, like your actual job duties. But, you know, it's a great work-life balance. So your day-to-day also includes you making a Starbucks run, or, you know, you can take a little quick nap. Like, you're working from home, you're working remote, so you can go to the gym real quick if you need to. Like, as long as you're, you know, working efficiently and effectively and it's not affecting your performance, then you are able to really be flexible with your daily schedule and how you set up your schedule in time blocks. Like, I'm gonna cold call for an hour, then I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'm gonna create some sequences and take an hour to do that and chill and drink some coffee with a movie on in the background while I create sequences, you know, and then after that, I'm gonna buckle down for like 2 hours and just send out emails. And then I'm gonna, you know, it's like, it just depends. Like, you get to set up your day how you want. All your manager cares about is, are you working effectively and, like I said, efficiently, and, you know, hitting quota. You want to strive to hit quota every month. And if you don't, it's okay, as long as you are coachable and teachable and you take your manager's advice. That's what they care about more than execution, is from what I've heard. Of course, you want to execute, and you will execute if you are coachable. So it's, yeah. So anyways, that is the day-to-day, and that is what the training looks like.